Hello everybody, I'm Zenith Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns, and welcome once again to Bun Squad Live, where I play one of the numerous different games in my collection, and we're going to be playing some more of Fate Stay Night, or as I like to call it, Fate Gay Night. It's time for me to voice multiple different characters and have lots of fun. Let's have some fun. Yeah, let's have the fun. Fun.
And I'm here once again because I'm here every week for Fate.
Well, yeah, because if you missed it, you'd be very upset. I know.
I would be very upset.
You'd be so upset. You'd be like, "How dare you? How dare you Fate without me? Your fate is to die.
How dare you read Fate without me? God damn it!
Your fate is to die a horrible death." Next. All right. So when last we left off, we finished the first day of the prologue. My notes here. Rin is cute when she blushes, Archer is Zorro. Which is very, very, true. But essentially we summoned, a servant for the Holy Grail War, and it's time for the war to begin. So let us get started with, Fate Stay Night Session 2.
Yep.
Day 2-1.
And just a reminder, no spoilers in the fucking chat if I see any. And luckily, most of the everyone in the chat so far, who has popped up in the chat so far for these streams, isn't like a Fate fan. So no spoilers so far. But if you're coming in here and you're a Fate fan, just a reminder, no fucking spoilers, please. No spoilers.
I know basically nothing. Day 2, Electric Boogaloo. The Holy Grail War. It is a great ritual which has been practiced for hundreds of years. If one enters the ritual, one must eliminate the other 6, as it is a battle for one's life. It is said that the Holy Grail War is in the land of Fuyuki, and that many magi have fought each other here in the past. Come on. They had only one purpose, to obtain the noble phantasm called the Holy Grail. But the origin of the Holy Grail is unknown. It's certain that it never received the blood of God, but its power matches that of the one in the legend. Yes. It is said that the Holy Grail can grant any wish. Any wish. What would I do with any wish? I would wish for all the money in the world, and then I would give to charities. Only one has the right to possess it. The Holy Grail can only grant one wish for one person. But 7 magi are needed to summon the But 7 magi are needed to summon the Holy Grail in this land. Come on. 1 miracle, 7 collaborators. Well, the point is, it was only a matter of time before a fight broke out over the Holy Grail. It began like an ordinary fight over resources. The 7 magi used the power of the Holy Grail equally to each summon a familiar, a servant, to battle the other magi. Only one magus will obtain the Holy Grail. And so, each of them treated the other 6, once allies, now as enemies, and a gruesome fight began. This is the ritual called the Holy Grail War, a competition between magi for the Holy Grail. The magi chosen by the Holy Grail are called masters, and each master receives a powerful familiar called a servant by the grace of the Holy Grail. there are 2 proofs that one is a master. Summoning a servant and making it obey, and obtaining the 3 command spells that can order the servant. Hello! Hey, Gloria. The first goes without saying... The first goes without saying. Yesterday, no, a few hours ago to be exact, I summoned Archer to be my servant. That leaves only the second. I must protect to the end this command spell that binds the servant. For a master, this is probably the most important thing of all. The pattern inscribed on my right hand after summoning Archer, this is the command spell. This holy sign, granted by the Holy Grail, is the proof of a master who has summoned a servant. This mark, with concentrated magical energy, is an instantaneous thing, not an eternal one.
Rin's command spell is like probably one of my favorites in the series. It just looks so cool.
It looks like a power on symbol on a computer.
Now that you say that.
It is consumed by use, and as the appearance suggests, it has 1 use for each strike. In other words, only 3 times. A master who loses all 3 of their command spells will be unable to control their servant and faces death. So, the command spell must be guarded as closely as one's life. It hurts my head to think...
That's nice.
Ooh, chocolate. I like chocolate. It hurts my head to...
Too.
It hurts my head to think that I've used one right at the start, but it wasn't completely meaningless, so I'm gonna call it good. Because it's not unusual for servants to go against their masters. I'm fortunate to have been able to chain him using 1 command spell. Oh, you lost me at nuts. I don't like nuts. White chocolate, though, is good. Well...
White chocolate's amazing.
Well, that's the gist of it. The Holy Grail War will start when the 7 servants are all summoned. I can't just sleep in. I don't know when the last master will appear, but it should be soon.
Man, things go by so much quicker, like when we don't have to listen to the character voices and then you say the characters' lines.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Morning already? I'm so tired. Looking out the window dazed, I notice the sun's already way up.
9時過ぎてる。遅刻どころの話じゃない。
It's past 9. I don't think it's a question of being late anymore. Glancing at the clock, I confirm to myself that I'll be skipping school today.
体が重い。半分以上持ってかれたみたいね。これは。
My body's so heavy. It feels like he's taken over half my body. Phrasing, Rin. I sit up in bed and take a deep breath. I'm not tired just because I'm not a morning person. Like Archer said, a master who has just summoned their servant cannot function satisfactorily.
そうだった。
That's right.
私、セイバーじゃなくってアーチャーを呼び出したんだ。
I summoned Archer, not Saber. I can remember clearly. Well, it's not something I want to remember, but even if I don't like it, there's no second chance.
魔力が戻るまで1日ちょいか。今日は鳴らし運転ってことにしよう。
About a day until my magical energy returns, huh? Then I guess today will just be a test drive. I slowly climb out of bed. I fight a bit against the unseasonably warm air and my desire to stay wrapped up in my blanket. I knock out the desire to go back to sleep in the 3rd second of the match and check myself in the mirror. So Rin is a wrestler?
Oh god, she may as well be. If you've watched the last episode of Unlimited Blade Works, you probably know what I'm thinking of.
I just have this image of Rin German suplexing a dude, and I love this. Nothing's obviously wrong, except for the fact that I have only about half the usual magical energy in my body. Everything's up to par.
まあ問題なんてあるわけないけど。
Well, there shouldn't be any problems. For now, I want to check the situation. The servant I summoned is Archer. He's a rude guy with no manners to spare for his summoner and master. And on top of that, he doesn't know who he is. Oh, I'm getting a headache already. Oh, what are you, Rita Repulsa? I'm getting a headache.
あいつの記憶が戻るまで切り札は封印か。
Or maybe it's Josh from Drake and Josh. Headaches! You give me headaches! I'll have to live without his noble phantasm until his memory returns. Well, there's no way he can use it if he doesn't remember it. Servants are powerful familiars on their own, but what makes them the most powerful is the fact that they all have one powerful secret move. Just like Usopp. Usopp Hammer!
Rubber Band of Doom!
Usopp Bagum! The Rubber Band of Doom is probably my favorite thing in that entire series. Usopp Rubber Band of Doom! The problem is, Archer says he can't remember what it is.
まあ火はこっちにもあるし、なんとかやっていくしかないか。
At least he has those washboard abs. I mean, that's true. Well, it's
Yeah.
partly my fault, so we'll have to make do. That's right. As this is how things ended up, we're both on the same boat. I hope he sorts out his memory soon, but with the way he's acting right now, who knows when that'll be? Honestly. Looks like we got a load of problems up ahead. Yare yare daze.
あ、見直したかもこれ。
Wow. Maybe I should have a better opinion of him. He managed to repair the furniture? The living room is just the way it was. I only expected him to clear up the rubble, so I'm moved that he went that far. He must have felt bad about making such a mess of the living room, or he wouldn't have done this. I should call him admirable, or maybe just a nice guy.
日はとっくに昇っているぞ。また、随分とだらしがないんだな、君は。
Yeah, the sun's already up. You're pretty loose, aren't you? Yeah, this is Zoro. I take it back. I take it back. This shameless attitude. He doesn't deserve any praise at all. You are such a tsundere, Rin. Just thank the guy.
おはよう。そういうあんたは随分とリラックスしてるよね。今を好き勝手使ってくれちゃってさ。
Morning. You seem pretty relaxed. I see you've made yourself at home here.
何？一晩過ごした部屋だからな。どこに何があるか把握したよ。おう。ついでだから厨房も片付けておいた。もう少し荒れているかと思ったが、なかなか気の行き届いた厨房だ。一人暮らしの洋館にしては上等だな。
What a douche. Well, it's the room I spent the night in. I pretty much figured out where everything is. Oh, since I was cleaning anyway, I cleaned up the kitchen too. I was expecting more mess, but it was rather clean. That's quite impressive considering that you live in a Western-style house by yourself. I'm getting a headache. Why is my servant checking my cleanliness? They say servants think only of battle, so maybe this guy's broken somehow? You think? You summoned him the wrong way.
なるほど。本調子ではなさそうだな。
There are no
昨夜は元気だったが、睡眠をとって疲れが出たのだ。
There are no accidents. There are just happy fates. It is your fate. I see. You're not doing well, are you? You seemed well last night, but sleep must have brought up your fatigue.
紅茶でよければごちそうしよう。
I'll get you a drink if tea's okay. So at home in a stranger's house. Well, it's his house now. Archer stands, takes out a new teacup without a moment's confusion, and pours a fine rose-colored tea. Ah, that makes me thirsty. Hold on.
I've got a drink too.
I have Sprite. I'm not supposed to have caffeine, so Sprite it is, because caffeine.
Yeah.
Sprite doesn't have caffeine.
Yeah,
But,
I'm drinking some orange cordial.
Cordial. What? Are you gonna?
Cordial.
Are you drinking from a horn too?
Shush.
Huh? There are all sorts of things I want to say, but I surprisingly don't feel like interrupting him. Oh, Rin. I love how abrasive Rin can be, and I love how douchey that Archer is.
Yeah.
Every aspect of his motion is refined, and you could even say he's being considerate. He is being considerate, Rin.
まあいいけど疲れてるのは事実だし飲む
Oh well, it's true that I'm tired, so I guess I'll have a drink. Do you have any beer? I take a seat. He hands me the teacup silently, and I take a sip. Oh, it's so good. Oishii desu ne. Of course, it's an exotic Chinese tea. It's the best part of my favorite leaf, so I'd get mad if it tasted bad. In fact, I get mad when someone uses one of my favorites without permission. Yes, I would get mad, but when it's brewed so wonderfully, I'm too happy to complain. You get mad at a lot of things, Rin. Now, I'm not saying you need anger management, but you might need anger management.
And she's just very passionate, okay? Not angry.
ちょっと何笑ってるのよあんた
Hold on, what are you laughing about?
何感想が聞きたかったが、その顔では聞くまでもないと思っただけだ。
Well, I was going to ask what you thought of it, but when you make a face like that, there's no point in asking. I slammed the cup down onto the table. Anger management.
もったいない。熱いうちに味わった方がいいぞ。私が気に障るなら消えているが。
Don't waste it. You should enjoy it while it's hot. If I'm distracting you, I'll go.
ごちそうさま結構よ私は茶坊主が欲しくてマスターになったわけじゃないわあなたもね頼みもしないことをする必要はないわよ
Thanks, but no thanks. I didn't become a master just so someone could brew me. I didn't become a master just so someone could brew me tea. Besides, there's no need for you to do things without orders.
そうか。確かに私も茶坊主になったり後片付けをするために契約したわけではない。君がそういうのならばこれからは気をつけよう。
I see. Certainly, I did not form a contract with you to brew tea or to clean up after you. If that's how you want it, I'll be careful from now on. However, you did order me to clean up the mess, so I just kind of assumed, Rin.
ええ私が求めているのは戦力としての使い魔よ
Right. What I need is a powerful familiar.
家事をこなすサーバントなんて聞いたことがないし、する必要も特にないわ。
I've never heard of a servant who does things around the house, and I've no need of one either. Where have you been, Rin?
That's
Where-
what a servant is. I mean,
That's what
I
a-
mean, maybe not in the Holy Grail War, but generally that's what like a servant is known for. Maybe not these ones, but like that's the meaning of the word servant.
Have you never met Alfred? Batman. Have you not heard of Batman? Wait, I don't know when this takes place, but still, Batman.
This is 2004.
So you've heard of Batman.
特にはないとはどういう意味かな？
What do you mean, no need?
別に好きなようにとって結構よ。
Nothing. Interpret it however you want.
それより、あなた自分の正体を思い出せた？
More importantly, do you remember who you are now? Archer shakes his head. Just as I thought, it's bad. Like, really bad. Like, super outrageously extremo bad. This is not good. If he can't remember it after one night, it's not going to come back easily. Even if we test various things today, this is still...
わかった。あなたの記憶に関してはおいおい対策を考えとく。
Alright, I'll work out what to do about your memory.
じゃあ出かける支度をして、ハッチャー。召喚されたばかりで勝手もわからないでしょ。街を案内してあげるから。
Well, get ready, Archer. Since you were just summoned, you don't know your way around yet, right? I'll show you around town.
出かける支度？いや、そんな必要はないだろう。出るのならばすぐに出られるが。
Get ready. There's no need. If you want to go, we can go right now.
あのね、そんな格好で出歩くつもり？どう見ても普通じゃないし、他のマスターが見たら一発でサーバントってわかるじゃない。
Hey, you're going to walk around in that? It hardly looks normal, and besides, other masters would be able to tell you're a servant right away.
私、自分
Rin,
から
that's
私は
insensitive.
マスター
Every
で
like,
す。
there's a lot of
なんて
people
言う
who
気
walk
はない
around
ん
with
だ
like
け
a
ど。
two-piece cloth that's stitched together or like tied together.
What about cosplayers? Cosplayers would walk around like that. I mean, geez. I don't intend to go announcing to everyone that I'm a master, you know.
ああ、そういうことか。
Oh, so that's what you meant.
それも問題はない。確かに着替える必要はあるが、それは実体化している時だけでね。
It's not a problem. Certainly I will need to change, but only when I take form.
サーバントはもともと霊体だ。非戦闘時には霊体になってマスターにかける負担を減らす。
Servants are spirits, after all. We become spirits when not in battle to reduce the burden on our masters.
ああ、そっか。召喚されたって英霊は英霊だものね。霊体に肉体を与えるのはマスターの魔力なんだから、私が魔力提供をカットすれば。
Oh yeah, you are still a heroic spirit, even if you're summoned already. Since it's the master's magical energy that gives the spirit form, if I cut off that magical energy,
自然。我々も霊体に戻る。
naturally we would return to spirit form.
そうなったサーバントは守護霊のようなものだ。レイラインでつながっているマスター以外には観測されない。
A servant in that state is like a guardian spirit. We cannot be observed by anyone except the master we are connected to by the ley line.
もっとも会話程度はできるから偵察ならば支障はないが。
We can still talk though, so it's not a problem if we're going scouting.
わ、便利。それじゃあ本当に他のマスターを探し出すなんて難しいんだ。
Wow, that's really convenient. In that case, it must be hard to search for other masters.
まあ。だが魔術師は魔術師を知覚できるだろう。それと同じでサーバントもサーバントを感知できる。
Yes, but magi can sense other magi, right? In the same way, servants can sense other servants.
優れた魔術を知るサーバントならば遠く離れたサーバントの位置さえ把握するだろう。
Hey Darth, how's it going?
Hello, Darth.
If a servant knows powerful magic, they would be able to sense servants, even from a distance. Just as Archer says, a master is usually a great magus. A magus with strong magical energy is sensitive to other magical energy. I can sense you all! Heart. But as far as I know, no one in this town has magical energy that strong, unless they're hiding their power level. Oh my god, Vegeta is behind this whole thing. God damn it, Nappa, you gave it away. I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, will win this Holy Grail War.
で、あんたはどうなの？他のサーバントの位置、わかる？
So what about you? Can you tell where the other servants are?
マスター、私のクラスは何か忘れたのか？遠く離れた敵の位置を探るなど岸上がりにできるものか。
How did you know about the pots you weren't there for? God damn it, Nappa. But Vegeta, we could use their whales. I had the best day ever. God damn it, Nappa. Hey, Vegeta, I'm a spirit. Oh my god, can you imagine Nappa as the servant and Vegeta as the master in a Holy Grail War? Then you really would have Ghost Nappa. Master, have you forgotten my class? Sensing distant enemies isn't a job for a knight. Well, I guess not. Archer's magical energy isn't that strong. I expect only the servant caster would have enough magical energy to locate enemies from a distance.
わかったわ。じゃあ、とりあえず後についてきて、アーチャー。あなたの呼び出された世界を見せてあげるから。
Alright, then follow me, Archer. I'll show you the world you've been summoned into. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, where magic goes. Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
そう目新しいものではなさそうだがね。
I don't think it'll be that new for me.
それよりマスター、君、大切なことを忘れていないか？
But, Master, aren't you forgetting something important?
え？大切なことって何？
What do you mean by something important?
まったく。君、まだ本調子ではないぞ。契約において最も重要な交換を私たちは未だしていない。
Jeez. Yare yare daze. You're really not up to par yet. We have yet to exchange the most important part of our contract. Have you forgotten the Bun ritual? Come on.
契約において最も重要な交換。
Then Archer buys $1,000 worth of sushi with Rin's credit card. Don't take inspiration from Chiaki. She's still in trouble for that.
It's been a fucking year and she's still in trouble for that.
Listen, it takes a while to get that much money back. The most important exchange? Equivalent exchange? Oh my god. This is the sequel to Full Metal Alchemist. It all makes sense. Back then, we thought that to be the world's one and only truth. No, fundamentally, the reward for the servant is to participate in the Holy Grail War. There shouldn't be any more exchanges necessary.
君な、朝は弱いんだな、本当に。
You're really not a morning person, are you? Archer says so in surprise. Listening to his sarcastic comment, I realize something. Come to think of it, he hasn't addressed me by name yet. Oh, I wonder why, Rin.
ああ、しまった。名前。
Crap. Names. Right, words. I talk words good.
思い当たったか。まあ、今からでも遅くはないさ。それでマスター、君の名前は？これからは何と呼べばいい？
I guess you've realized. Well, it's not too late. So, Master, what is your name? How should I address you from now on? You may call me Awesome McBadass Power Fist Zenith Bun Buns the Third. Or Zenith Bun Buns for short. Archer asks sulkily. Damn it. He is a good person. Rin, will you stop flip-flopping on this issue? He is a good person. He cleaned up the place. Yes, there's no mistake. After all, there's no meaning to exchanging names. Servant and master have a relationship forced upon them by the command spell. For a contract with a normal familiar, the exchange of names has a great deal of meaning, but no such bond is needed between the master and the servant. But still, Archer calls it important. It's a proof of trust that we shall be fighting alongside each other, even without the command spell.
私、遠坂凛よ。あなたの好きなように呼んでいいわ。
I'm Tosaka Rin. You can call me whatever you like. Oh, so I can call you a lesbian? I mean, you do like girls, right?
She doesn't know that yet.
Shh. She's bi-curious. We all know this. I mean...
But she doesn't know that yet.
We're all staring at his washboard abs. I know that much, because he has abs that you could, like, eat food off of. However, with that being said, she has clearly been crushing on some of the girls in her class. Come on.
Yes, but she doesn't know that she is bisexual yet.
Rin.
You'll see why I say that later on. Earth
to Rin. You're gay. Fate gay night. It's real. I answer bluntly, unable to be true to my feelings. Well, actually, it would probably be easier for me to be addressed in a reserved manner, like you or master, and he'll probably call me that. But that said, Archer mutters my name to himself.
それでは、リンと。ああ。この響きは実に君に似合っている。
I shall call you Rin. Yes, the name suits you well. He says something outrageous, truly outrageous. Stop making me blush.
リン、どうした？何やら顔色がおかしいが。
Speaking of which, speaking of blushing, if I can pull it up.
Nah, you're gonna blush yourself?
I can make myself blush. Oh my god, you're gay. You're so gay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh my gosh. Rin, what's wrong? You don't look normal.
うるさい。いいからさっさと行くわよ、あーちゃん。とにかくのんびりしてる暇なんてないんだから。
Just shut up. Let's just go. We don't have time to relax. I didn't blush. Shut up. I turn away and start walking. I'm vexed. I don't know why, but I am. Are you feeling verklempt? I'm feeling a little verklempt. Did Archer say that just to make me feel this way?
ありえる。こいつなら絶対そうだ。
It's possible. He'll certainly do that sort of thing. Rin, baby. He's being a nice guy. Yes, that must be it. She is so clueless. So my face getting hot and my heart pounding, they're all part of his plan. Archer's a poopy head. I don't like him. Be careful, Rin. You're going to have to work with this crooked guy from now on. Oh my god. What is your deal, Rin? I would like to know more. But at the same time, I'm just like, come on.
Archer better stop fucking talking as much because we got a lot of text to get through.
Shh. We'll get through it.
We will get through it. Oh, the next part's literally just like walking around town, just taking in the scenery.
I go out with Archer. See, they're dating already. The city we live in, Fuyuki
I'm not
City.
gonna comment on that line.
Hey, come on. It's right there.
No, it's not that. It's just... I'll get back to this in Unlimited Play Works.
Okay. The city we live in, Fuyuki City, can basically be divided into two towns. Here, the place with old houses and traditional buildings is Miyama City. On the other side of the river is Shinto, where modern development is happening. Man, it is happening, man. It is the cat's pajamas. My house is in the older section, Miyama City. Miyama City is broadly separated into two sections as well. This is one of the sections, the Western-style houses, where immigrants from foreign countries live. And on the other side is the area of old Japanese-style houses with a mountain behind it. Both sections are on top of hills, so you could say both are suburbs. Or just burbs, living in the burbs. The houses in between these two sections are relatively ordinary. As a demonstration, they're this ordinary. Oh, hello, Dipper. Hi. Hi, little baby.
Dipper wants to be in the stream now.
Hi, Dipper. Hey, little kitty. For those who don't
Hello,
know,
Dipper. You haven't met me yet, but hi, Dipper.
Dipper is my roommate's cat. He's very lovely. He is a good nurse. I woke up with him curled up next to me. He's very, very good. I love him.
He's a good kitty.
This is the crossroads of Miyama City, and the hill leading up to the Western-style houses like mine.
Man, it's a cat.
Kitty. On the opposite side, a hill leads up to the Japanese-style houses. A bridge leads to the neighboring town of Shinto, and the other way leads to the school, shopping district, and even Ryudo Temple up on the mountain. And this is the large bridge connecting Shinto and Miyama City. A few years ago, a big station was built over that side and has grown rapidly since then. Even though Miyama City and Shinto are in the same city, you can think of them as totally different places. The city's name, Fuyuki, or Winter Tree, supposedly comes from the fact that winters are long here. Thinking about it, this place certainly has a long winter. In contrast, though, it's quite warm here, and February here is about as warm as December everywhere else. Of course, this is Japanese December, not like, our December, so it's a little bit different. I bet a few hot springs.
Sure.
I bet a few hot springs would turn up if you went digging around. Oh, I would kill to go into Hot Springs. Hot Springs episode, beach episode. Then again, this half-hearted cold would make the city a poor hot springs resort. Fuyuki City has a friendly winter, and a strange climate that enters spring in April with no changes. Shinto is all like this. The rapidly developing town...
That for as nice as that is for you to in terms of the whole voice chat thing, as nice as for that is for you to say, these Fate streams are going to be just me and Zen, because you know it is a very story-heavy game, and we want to keep on track with the text.
We also usually restrict the voice chat to mods, just because I've had problems in the past. Nothing against you guys. I've just had people in the past who caused issues.
Yep. Yep.
The rapidly developing town started to build tall buildings as if rushed by something, and as a result, it looks very artificial. Though that's only in the last 10 years. From what I hear, the big fire here 10 years ago pretty much burned down the whole residential district. Okay, so the big fire is like a big thing. Big fire is one of the big things I remember from playing through the prologue last time. And that's going to come back later, so keep note of this. There was a fire 10 years ago. Residential district was destroyed.
There was a massive fire 10 years ago that is very crucial to the story, particularly one character story who we will get to after the prologue. But yeah.
These buildings were constructed on the land no one lived on anymore. And this is the center of it.
ここが神都の公園よ。これで主だったところは歩いて回ったわけだけど、感想は?
And now we enter somber music. This is Shinto's...
Whirlpool of Fate is such a great track.
Oh, I do love it. Remember, it's always Carl's fault. But Carl, that kills people.
Oh, my bad. This was on me. I'm sorry.
I had a craving only hands could satisfy. This is Shinto's park. Now that we've seen all the important locations, what are your thoughts? Alright, later, Darth. I ask Archer, who is standing next to me. I can't see him, of course.
広い公園だ。だというのに人気がないのは何か理由でもあるのか?
It's a big park, but is there some reason there's no one here?
やっぱりそう見える? まあ、ここはちょっとした曰くがあるから。
So it shows, huh? Well, that's because there's a history to this place. I look around the park. A park this big and organized should be a playground for kids, even on weekdays. But there are only a few people here, and a desolate feeling runs through the place. Oh my god, and this is the dark, eerie part of town that we called Silent Hill.
10年前の話.
Alright, I'm gonna have to dip out for roughly 5 to 10 minutes. I will be back very shortly.
火は一日燃え続けて
How dare you?
雨が降
How
り出した
dare,
頃に消えたん
sir?
だとか。
How dare?
Hey, I wouldn't want to miss Fate for long, so you know, I'll be right back with a much shitty mic as I'm moving to the laptop.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a couple drinks. Well, I need to rest my voice a second.
Yeah. See you in a sec.
Alright. Okay. I'm just gonna listen to the somber music. Somber. Everything's dark and mysterious. He's so mysterious. Ooh. Ooh, the dark elves. Ooh. Oh god. Let's continue on. It was about 10 years ago. They say there was a huge fire in this area. It burned for a day until it went out just as it began to rain.
その後町は復興したけど、ここだけはそのままなの。
Afterwards, the town was rebuilt, but this place was left as it was.
焼け野原になって何もなくなったから公園にしたらしいわ。
It was burned to ashes, so they made it into a park. Archer says nothing, except grunting. But even though I can't see him, I can tell he is feeling something special.
気づいたみたいね。そうよ。ここが前回の聖杯戦争決着の地。私も事情は知らないけど、前回の聖杯戦争はここで終結してそれきり。
You seem to have noticed. That's right. This is where the last Holy Grail War ended. I don't know the details, but the last war ended here, and the place has been like this ever since.
なるほど。それでこんなにもここは怨念に満ちているというわけか。
I see. That must be why this place is full of so many grudges. Oh no, the grudge. 7 days. Or was that the ring? I can never tell the two apart. I've never even seen either of those two films. And if Linkara was here, he would correct me, because he loves those types of films. You can sense those kinds of things? Rin, he's a ghost. A ghost. He can sense these things.
サーバントというのは霊体だ。そのあり方は怨念、猛襲に近い。故に同じ無念には敏感なのさ。街中でも濃い場所はあるが、ここは別格だ。我らから見れば固有結界のそれに近い。
Servants are spirits. We are beings similar to grudges and formed obsessions. Therefore, we are sensitive to such remnants like us. There were places and towns with strong regrets, but this place is on a completely different level. To us, this place is more like a reality marble. Archer brings up an unusual term in a motionless voice. Reality marble. One of the magics considered the pinnacle of magi, said to be infinitely close to sorcery. For hundreds of years, a boundary field has been the defensive field that protects a magus. Who would put a barrier around a mattress? Put simply, it's a vicious version of a security system on a house. A boundary field is something applied to an existing area or a building to protect oneself from outside enemies. But it's merely a transformation applied to what already exists. But a reality marble is different. A reality marble is an image that erodes reality. The imagined world of a magus, a boundary field that paints over reality by letting a magus's heart take form. This is what we call a reality marble. In other words, it's a large-ranged magic that distorts, no, remakes the world as the magus wishes.
リン、どうした？考え事か？
Rin, what are you thinking?
ちょっと意外だったから。
No, I was just surprised.
こういう結界だなんて、アーチャーのくせに珍しい言葉を知ってるなって。
Hey, Captain Avenger. You didn't miss too much. We just had a lot of, explanations of certain terms. We had talks with the buff boy, and we took a tour around the town as Rin overslept.
And I'm back now with a much shittier mic.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
So yeah, this place is Basically, the fire was the ending of the last Holy Grail War.
Yep, this is where the last Holy Grail War took place.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that reality marble seemed an uncommon term for an archer.
なんだ、知っていてはおかしいか？
What? Is it strange for me to know it?
だってそうじゃない。固有結界っていうのは魔術師にとっては禁忌中の禁忌、奥義の中の奥義だもの。アーチャーであるあなたが知ってるなんて筋違いよ。
Of course. Reality marble is the taboo of taboos. The secret principle's secret principle. It doesn't make any sense for an archer to know about it. Isn't that right? I ask with my expression. And then I sense him sighing heavily next to me.
リン、英雄とは剣術、魔術に長けたものを指す。
Rin. A hero is someone who excels with both magic and weaponry.
アーチャーだからといって弓しか使えないと思うのは勝手だが、私以外のサーバントにそんな楽観は持たないでくれ。
It's fine if you want to think that an archer can only use bows, but please don't take such an optimistic view of the other servants. Come to think of it, he's right.
わか
Wow,
っ
she
たわ
really
よ。
is like you.
今のは軽率な発言だったわ。次からは気をつけるからこれでいいでしょ。
She's super lucky that she had Archer, not somebody else.
True.
I understand that was a careless thing to say. I'll be careful from now on, so it's okay, right?
リン、ズバリ言おう。君は優秀だが、それゆえに他人を過小評価する欠点がある。成人するまでには強制したまえ。
Rin, I'm going to be honest. You are excellent, but because of that, you have a habit of underestimating others. You should reform that habit before you grow up.
何気に失礼なこと言うわね、あんた。
You're being rather rude. No, he isn't. You're being an ass, Rin.
She do be like that.
Reform? That's like training bad habits out of a horse. Are you a spoiled brat, Rin?
いや、失礼。別にリンがジャジャ馬だと言ったわけではない。単にイメージ通りの表現を使っただけというか。
Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to make it sound like you're a disobedient horse. I just used the word because it suited your image.
なおさら悪いわ。
Hey, that's even worse. Ouch. See, I always go to say the Japanese word because whenever someone says itai, in Japanese it means ouch. So it's like itai. Because in English I never say ouch. Maybe ow sometimes, but yeah.
I say ouch when I'm not, like when someone else is in pain. I'm just like ouch, like.
My right arm suddenly hurts.
リン、
Rin,
ちょっと黙って、あーちゃん。
be quiet for a second, Archer. The command spell engraved on my right hand is hurting. That can mean only one thing. We need more painkillers. A small warning as if to get my attention. Dun dun dun.
誰かに見られてる。
Someone's watching us. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I get no privacy. I extend my consciousness to the surroundings. I roll out the threads of my consciousness and search through the park.
私じゃ見つけられない。
I can't find him.
あーちゃん、あなたは？
What about you, Archer?
難しいな。私には視線すら感じられん。
It's difficult. I can't even feel the stare.
ってことは、見てるのはマスターね。
Then it must be a master watching. Yeah, Master Zenith Bun Buns, duh. I don't know who it is, but if Archer can't sense it, it has to be a master. There aren't 7 of us yet, but if we wanted to, we could start the fight at any time. It seems the one watching us wants to battle, but...
レイジはレイジに反応する。マスターであるのなら、誰がマスターであるかは出会えば感じられるということか。だが、それならリンにも相手が識別できるのではないか。
The command spell reacts to other command spells, so that must mean that if you are a master, you should be able to recognize other masters when you see them. Then wouldn't that mean you should be able to identify the other master too?
ええ。けど高位の術者なら自分の魔力ぐらい隠し通せる。いくら霊樹同士が反応するって言っても、その霊樹だって魔力で発動するものよ。大元であるマスター自身が魔術回路を閉じていれば見つけることは難しいわ。
Yes, but a superior magist can conceal their magical energy. Even though command spells react to each other, they operate on magical energy. If the master has closed his magic circuit, it will be hard to find him.
厄介だな。では、こちらはいいように位置を知らせているということか。
That's troubling. That means we are showing them our location.
でしょうね。まあ、私だって家探しすれば魔力殺しぐらいは見つかるだろうけど。
That's right. Well, if I search around my house, I should be able to find something that kills my magical energy, but...
必要ないと。
You don't need it?
そう。だって隠さなければ向こうからやってきてくれるでしょ。こっちから出向く手間が省けるわ。
Right, because if I don't hide it, they'll come to us, right? It saves us the trouble of going to find them. Huh. Archer takes a deep breath and goes quiet as if he's shocked.
何よ。自信過剰はいけないって言いたいの？
What? You want to say I shouldn't be overconfident? Your overconfidence is your downfall. Your faith in your friends is yours. I ask, remembering our previous conversation. But Archer just says, that's impossible.
君はそのままが一番強い。
You're strongest like this.
小物には付きまとわせてやるがよかろう。
Yeah, you can let those weaklings follow us about. He says, trying to hold back his laughter. Well, it's not like I like his response, but we decide to continue walking around town. We tour the important places, really dragging our observer around, have dinner along the way, and bring things to a conclusion. We've been walking a lot. We've been walking a lot, and it's now 7. And yes, it is now nightfall. This is a much shorter day than the previous one.
Yeah, this one is like much shorter, which I know we've been going for like an hour at this point, but like it is much shorter than day one, which is just like there was an entire fucking hour and a half just for Rin's school life.
It's time for school life and lesbians. At this time of the night, our destination should give us the best view. A strong wind. The tallest building in Shinto. The view from the rooftop of this building is a fitting end for this day.
どう？ここなら見通しがいいでしょ、あーちゃん。
What do you think? This place has a great view, Archer.
将来君と付き合う男に同情するな。よくもまあ、ここまで好き勝手連れ回してくれたものだ。
Jeez, I pity whoever you go out with someday. You drag me around all day.
何か言った、あーちゃん。
Did you say something, Archer?
素直な感想を少しと確かにいい場所だ初めからここに来れば歩き回る必要もなかったのだが
Just an honest opinion. Oh, this is certainly a nice place. If we had come here to begin with, we wouldn't have had to walk around like we have been.
何言ってるのよ。確かに見晴らしはいいけど、ここからわかるのは街の前景だけじゃない。実際にその場に行かないと街の作りはわからないわ。
What are you talking about? Certainly it's a nice view, but all you can tell from here is the overview of the town. You have to go to the places themselves to know the layout.
そうでもないがアーチャーのクラスは伊達ではないぞ旧兵は目が良くなければ務まらん
That's not true. My class is an archer for nothing. You can't be an archer unless you have good eyesight.
そうなの？それじゃあここから家が見える？あーちゃん。
Is that so? So can you see my house from here, Archer?
いやさすがに隣町までは見えないせいぜい橋あたりまでだなそこまでならタイルの数ぐらいは見て取れる
No, I can't see the neighboring town from here. At most, I can see as far as the bridge. At that range, I can count the number of tiles.
嘘。タイルって橋のタイル？
No way, the tiles on the bridge? That's not just good, his eyesight can match the telescopes you find on these rooftops.
びっくり。アーチャーって本当にアーチャーなんだ。
I'm surprised. You really are Archer. Were you ever in doubt?
It's worth noting in the anime, her line here is, "Wow, the archer class really is made up of archers." No fucking shit, Rin.
I
And that's not the only line like that. We're gonna see a couple of times like that in Fate Stay Night.
Rin,
It's
you're
not just
supposed to
from
be a
Rin,
really good student. You're supposed to be top of your grade. And yet...
It's not just from Rin. It's not just from Rin. Most of them are from Shiro, which is understandable, seeing how he's a dope.
Dopey people with your big dopes. I just... People die when they are killed. No shit.
I see even you know that one.
リンまさかとは思うが君私をバカにしているんじゃないだろうな
Rin, I don't like to think so, but are you making fun of me? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
そんなわけないでしょ。たださ、あなたってアーチャーって言われには弓使いっぽくないから、つい勘違いしてただけ。
Of course not. I just misunderstood because even though you're called Archer, you don't seem like one. What do you want him to dress like Robin Hood? Can you take care of the bot?
Oh. Yep, I see him. Let's get rid of you. You can go and eat a block.
それは問題発言だ
Bye bye bot.
追求しよう
Bye, block. Bye, bot.
That's a troubling claim. I shall question you further on this matter when we get home. Rin is so naive. She really, like, she takes things at face value. It seems Archer is taking a liking to the view as he falls silent. He's probably working out the town's layout. I can't interrupt while he's surveying the battlefield. I leave Archer's side and move to the edge of the building. All I can see with my eyesight is the lights below this building. Like the headlights of the cars in the street and the people going home after work. I can't tell what kinds of cars or what kind of people there are. I can see them, but still not see them. Just like noticing someone is watching me before, but not being able to see the watcher.
少なくとも神道を根城にしているやつが一人いる。
At the very least, there's one person that has his base in Shinto. I strain my eyes and stare below me. There are 7 masters in all. I still don't know who the masters are, nor which servants they command. Right now, I assume all the masters are walking around town collecting information on other masters. Huh? Nani? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on me. There's no reaction from my command spell. I just feel someone's eyes on me.
下
From below? I look down. There are many people walking around on the road. Among them is a person. One person is looking up at me as if looking up at the moon. I can't tell for sure who it is. I can't tell for sure, but I still know who it is. It's surprising. What's he doing at this kind of time?
リン、敵を見つけたのか?
Rin, have you found an enemy? Archer calls out to me as if sensing my excitement.
別にただの知り合い。私たちには関係のない一般人よ。
Nothing, I just saw someone I knew. Just an ordinary person, nothing to do with us. Probably not the protagonist of the game.
Yeah, certainly not. Yeah, totally not the protagonist.
Totally
of the
not
game.
the protagonist. Nope, totally not. No. No way. Not at all. I answer, unable to hide my irritation, and leave the place where I was standing. There's no way he could see me from... There's no way he could have seen me from the ground. He must have been looking up at the building by coincidence. So, it doesn't mean I was noticed. But still, I'm angry that I let him see me acting as a magus. By the time we get back to Miyama City, it's already past 9 o'clock. Unlike Shinto, Miyama City is an old residential district. No one walks around after 9, and the town grows as quiet as midnight.
こんなところね。街の作りは大体わかった？
You didn't miss too much, Ben. The biggest thing that happened was that we are scouting around the town. We went to the tallest building. Archer can see very far, and someone has seen us from that distance on the ground below.
Yeah. Yeah, someone on the floor who's totally not the protagonist ended up seeing Rin, and and Archer's like, "Who's that?" And Rin's like, "Oh, no one, just someone I know."
Also, Rin just realized that Archer is an archer.
The archer class really is full of archers.
I always feel like someone is
Yeah,
watching
Zen made the exact
me.
same joke. Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. Do you have a good idea of the town?
ああ、町のことならわかる。あとはおいおい掴んでいくさ。
Yeah, I get it. I'll figure out the rest as we go along.
なら今日はここまでね。私もまだ本調子じゃないし、家に戻って休みましょう。
Then we're done for the day? I'm not up to par either, so let's go home and rest. Rest is always good. We climbed the road up the gentle hill. And there's someone walking in front of us.
あれ、さくら？
Huh? Sakura? This is bad. I don't want to see her right now.
リン、何を隠れている?
Rin, why are we hiding?
黙ってて。あそこにいるの知り合いなのよ。今日は学校休んだし、あんまり顔を合わせたくないの。
Shut up! Oh, that person is someone I know. I skipped school today, so I don't want to see her. As I speak, I look at the figure ahead of us. On the road. Oh no, she's cute. There's the well-known first-year student, and a foreigner I don't know.
Hey, Goldie.
I wish I knew what this conversation was about. They are talking about something. No,
You will eventually.
it seems the foreigner is talking to Sakura against her wishes.
リン、知り合いとは外国人の方か？
Rin, is the person you know the foreigner?
いいえ、知らない。この辺りは洋館が多いから、どっかよそから遊びに来てるんじゃない？
No, I don't know him. There are lots of Western-style houses around here, so he might be visiting one of them. I say that much, then scold myself for being too soft where that girl is involved.
あ、じゃあ、あいつ人間？
Archer, is he human? Archer, is he human?
さあ、実態はあるから人間なのだろう。少なくともサーバントではない。
I don't know. He has form, so he should be human. At the very least, he is not a servant.
そうよね。マスターでもないし、ただの血は喧嘩か。
Right, he's not a master either, so I guess it's just a minor quarrel. Still, I know she's not the kind of girl to get into trouble with a guy.
二人とも言ったな。女は坂を登っていく。
They're going. The girl is walking up the hill.
男は
The man is... The blonde guy goes down the road we came up.
それじゃああなたはここを使って。私はもう眠るけど、何か質問はある？
Keep that scene in mind for Heaven's Feel. That's very important.
Well then, you can use this place. I'm going to bed unless you have any other questions first.
とりわけ重要な疑問はない。すぐに戦闘を仕掛けない君の判断は正しいよ。今夜は魔力の回復を行うべきだろう。
I don't have any important questions. Your decision not to rush into a battle is the correct one. You should use tonight to recover your magical energy.
それじゃあ明日、今朝の紅茶をよろしくね。
Yes, I will see you tomorrow then. Please make me tea tomorrow morning. You told him in the morning you didn't want him to prepare tea. Make up your damn mind. Fatigue hits me hard once I walk in the room.
そうだ。眠る前にきれいに連絡しないと。
Oh yeah, I have to contact Kirei before I go to bed. That annoying priest. He'll already be getting ready to call in the substitute magus. I don't really care about that, but he is my guardian, so I should at least do the right thing.
電話と。
Phone. I dial the number. And soon the fake priest picks up.
きれい？私だけど、昨日サーバントと契約したから、正式にマスター登録お願い。
Kirei, it's me. I formed a contract with a servant just yesterday, so register me officially as a master. A brief silence. Kirei's silence has enough pressure to stress you out even over the phone.
いいだろう。ではどうする？一度こちらに顔を出さないか。君のご両親から預かっているものもある。君がマスターになった場合にのみ、成人前に伝えてほしいと頼まれているのだが。
Understood. Now what? You should come and see me at least once. I have something to give you that I received from your parents. They said to give it to you only if you became a master, before you became an adult.
ああ、それって父さんの遺言のこと？それならもう解読して手に入れたからいいわ。それじゃ気が向いたらお邪魔するからよろしく。
Oh, you mean father's will? I already deciphered it and got the item, so it's fine. I'll come and see you if I feel like it. Goodbye. Wow. She assumes and she's an ass.
待てリン。マスターになったのなら。
Wait, Rin. If you are a master now... I hang up, not hearing him out. listening to Kirei's lecture while I'm tired won't help me recover my magical energy.
さて
You know, that seems like an
これで
asshole
準備が
move
終
on
わり
Rin's part, but trust me, as someone who's gone through the entire visual novels, Kirei's lectures can be so fucking tiring.
Right, all preparations are done now. All that's left is to sleep. When I wake up next, it should be a completely different morning. 10 years ago, the Holy Grail War, in which my father competed as a master and was defeated. So he didn't win, he was defeated. Now I'm entering that same battle.
And that is the end of day 2.
Day 2. How many days are in the prologue?
There are 3 days in the prologue, so this is the final day of the prologue, and then we are on to the Fate route proper.
Okay. So, after breakfast, I clearly explain my immediate plans.
何？学校に行くだと？
Nani? Hold on one second. Alright, I'm just checking. We had a little stutter for a second, but we're good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. What? You're going back to school?
ええ何か問題あるかしらアーチャー
Yes. Do you have a problem with that, Archer?
問題はないが、しかしそれは
No problems, it's just... Archer hesitates but does not object. He must have realized yesterday that I'm not the type to take back my decisions. I can kind of tell without him saying so. Archer is sarcastic, but he has an honest side to him, so it seems he won't complain about something he's accepted. Yes, in other words, he's faithful in an awkward way. This is my conclusion. No more of an intuition after watching... no. This is my conclusion. No. More of an intuition after watching Archer for all of yesterday.
リム、マスターになったからには常に敵マスターを警戒しなくてはならない。学校という場は不意の襲撃に備えにくい場所だろ。
Rin, as you are a master now, you must always be cautious of other masters. School is a place where it's hard to remain prepared against sudden attacks.
そんなことはないけどねいいアーチャー私はマスターになったからって今までの生活を変える気はないわそれにマスター同士の戦いは人目を避けるものでしょそれなら人目につく学校にいれば不意打ちされることはまずないと思うけど
That's not true. Look, Archer, even though I am a master now, I don't intend to change my lifestyle. Besides, a battle between masters is something that should be done out of public view, right? So if we are at school where there are lots of people, I don't think we'll see any kind of surprise attacks. Well, yeah, unless the person isn't respecting the rules, but, you know, what are the odds of
True
that?
そうか。リンがそう決めたのなら私は従うだけだ。
I see. If that's what you've decided, I can only obey.
だが、霊体化して君の護衛をするぐらいはいいのだろうな。まさか、学校に行っている間はここに残れ、などとは言うまい。
But I can guard you in spirit form, right? You don't intend for me to stay here while you go to school.
当たり前じゃない学校に限らず外に出るときはそばに行ってもらうからねマスターを守るのもサーバントの役割なんだから頼りにしてるわ
Of course not. Not just at school, but I'll want you by my side wherever I go. No, whenever I go outside. It is the servant's role to protect the master, so I'll be counting on you.
それを聞いて安心した。信頼に応えるのは騎士の務め。せいぜい期待に沿うとしよう。
I'm relieved to hear that. It is the duty of a knight to answer trust placed on us. I shall do my best to meet your expectations. But I thought you were a servant, not a knight. and an archer. Like, what? That's the thing that's confused me right now. Like, he keeps saying stuff about knights, but he's an archer and a servant, not a knight.
Hmm. Yeah. Good observation.
だがリン、もしもの話だが、その安全な場所に敵がいたとしたらどうする？
But Rin, just hypothetically, what would you do if there were an enemy in that safe place?
何？学校にマスターがいるかもしれないってかて？
What? Are you suggesting there might be a master at school?
そうだ。確かに学び屋には生徒と教師以外は入りにくいが、すでに内部の者がマスターだとしたら厄介ではないのか。
That's right. It's certainly hard for anyone who isn't a teacher or a student to get in, but wouldn't it be a problem if someone already there is a master?
それはないんじゃないかな。この町には魔術師の家系は遠坂とあと一つしかないの。そのあと一つっていう家系は落ちぶれてるし、マスターにもなってないし。
I don't think that's possible. In this town, there's only one family of magi other than Tosaka. That other family has declined, and they don't even have a master. So you think.
マスターになっていないとどうしてわかる？
How do you know there isn't a master?
あのね、うち以外に魔術師の家系がいるんなら、真っ先に確かめるのは当然でしょ？
Hey, it's only natural to investigate another family of magi in the same town.
そいつマスターにはなってなかったし、あっちの家系の後継者にはマスターになるだけの魔力がないから無視して構わないわ。
He isn't a master, and his successor doesn't have enough magical energy to become a master, so we can just ignore them.
そうか。つまり、リンの通う学校にはもう一人魔術師がいるのだな。だが、マスターになれるほどの魔力を持ち合わせていないと。
I see. So there is another magus at the school you go to, but you say that magus doesn't have sufficient magical energy to become a master, is that correct?
そういうこと。だから他のマスターは外からやってくる連中が大半のはず。そんな連中が学校にまでやってくることはないでしょう。
Exactly, so most masters will probably be coming from elsewhere. I don't think such people would come to the school.
Famous last words, Rin.
今の
Famous
段
last
階では
words.
な。
Well, for now at least.
だがリン、何事にも例外は存在する。もし学校に君が知らない魔術師がいたとしたらどうする？
But Rin, there are always exceptions. What if there's a magus at your school that you don't know about?
だからいないってば。魔術師っていうのは他の同業に
Hey, One and Only Comics. Hi,
一年
thanks
も
for
同じ学校
joining.
にいたら
Could
ね、
you not
どんなに隠してて
put
も
in
魔術
all
師の
caps?
存
Oh,
在は感じ
there's
取れ
two
る。
people now that's doing all caps. I think it's spam.
Guys, no all caps. Last warning. I don't know what you're
Right.
talking about. I say block.
Time out.
Time
Yep.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
block? Okay.
No, we'll time
Yep.
them out at least. Like I said, there aren't any. Magi are sensitive to other magi. If we were at the same school for a year, I should be able to sense other magi no matter how well they hide it.
断言するけど、うちの学校に魔術師は2人しかいないわ。そのうちの1人が私で、もう1人はマスターになるだけの力がない魔術師見習いなの。
I will state with confidence that there are only 2 magi at our school. One of them is me, and the other is only an apprentice who doesn't have enough power to become a master.
Yeah, this should kind of. Sorry to interrupt you again, Zim. It should just kind of be an unwritten rule. Don't spam with all caps, especially if you're gonna come here. If you're just gonna come here and spam nonsense like these two.
Yeah, don't spam nonsense. Like,
Yeah, just
don't
I'm
role
convinced
play
this
in
is
my
the
chat.
same person also. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
also just convinced that this is the same person.
分かった？アーチャーの用心はただの杞憂よ。そんなこと絶対にありえないんだから。
Do you understand? Your caution is just needless worrying. It's completely impossible.
だからもしもの話だ。物事には常に裏目が存在する。
That's why this is only a hypothetical scenario. There's always another side to things.
本来ありえざることが起こるのもまた運命だ。
It's only natural for unexpected things to occur.
もしそういった事態になった場合、私に八つ当たりをするのだけは思いとどまってほしいと言っているのだ。
I'm saying that when it does happen, do not blame me. Archer smiles dryly. Just that action makes me want to take it out on him, but if I did it, I would be late for school.
そんなことあるわけないじゃない。もしもの話っていうのは起きないからもしもの話なのよ。もしそんなことになったら、その時は私の見通しが甘かったってだけなんだから。
That won't happen. A hypothetical is a hypothetical because it won't happen. If it does, it just means my analysis was too shallow. Rin, for someone who's supposedly very smart, this is very stupid. Like, a hypothetical doesn't mean it won't happen. A hypothetical means it could happen.
Yep, she's way too fucking confident of herself. Let's just say that.
Oh boy.
よし、確かに聞いたぞ。それでは行こうか、リン。
Alright, I'll remember that. Let's go, Rin. Archer will remember that.
君の学び屋まで30分。そろそろ出なければ間に合わない時間帯だ。
It should take 30 minutes to get to the school, so we won't make it unless we leave soon.
驚いた。もしもの話って本当にあるのね。
I'm surprised. Hypotheticals do happen.
I see robots. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a couple of robots in the chat.
Bots.
ああ、私も驚いている。いや、何事もケチをつけておくものだな。思わぬところで役に立った。
Damn robots. Beep boop bop, beep boop boop bop boop beep bop. Yes. No wait, that's Archer. Yes, I am surprised as well. Wow, it pays to argue over everything. It had an unexpected payoff. As soon as we pass the school's main gate, we joke around like that. Around us are students heading to classrooms, and it's almost time for homebrewing. In the crowd of people rushing into the school building, we stand dumbfounded.
空気がよどんでるどころの話じゃない。これ、もう結界が張られてない。
This isn't just the air stagnating. Isn't there a boundary field set up already?
完全にではないが、すでに準備は始まっているようだな。
It's not complete, but the preparation seems to have already started.
ここまで派手にやっているということは、よほどの大物か。
If he's doing this so openly, he must be a real big shot.
とんでもない素人ね。異常を感じさせる結界なんて三流だもの。やるんなら仕掛ける時まで隠し通しておくのが一流よ。
Or a complete amateur. A boundary field that lets others notice the abnormality is only third class. To be first class, it has to be hidden until it's activated.
で、君はどちらだと思う、リン。
So, which do you think it is, Rin?
さあ、一流だろうが三流だろうが知ったことじゃないわ。
Who knows? I don't care if he's third class or first class.
私のテリトリーでこんなゲスなもの仕掛けたやつなんて問答無用でぶっ倒すだけよ。
I'm just going to beat him mercilessly for setting up such an indecent thing in my territory. I walk angrily through the schoolyard. As a magus, I'm not about to mince words, but I can't be satisfied until I properly punish the creator of this boundary field.
Yeah, basically, if this boundary field is left up, then it could spell bad news for the innocents of the school.
Yep. After second period, while walking back from the music room, I see a first-year student walking unsteadily. The student is carrying some stack of papers, and it looks like she's having trouble.
手伝うわ、さくら。
I'll help, Sakura. Huh?
遠坂先輩。
Tosaka senpai.
何、プリント？世界史って言ったらうちの担任じゃない。クズキのやつ、女生徒に使いをさせるなんて何考えてんだか。ほら、半分貸して。
What? Handouts? World history? That'll be my homeroom teacher. That Kuzuki. What's he thinking making a girl do this? Here, give me half of it.
はい。ありがとうございます、先輩。
Oh, yes. Thank you, senpai.
いいっていいって。それじゃあこれ、さくらのクラスまで？
It's fine. So we're taking these to your classroom, right?
クズキ先生のところです。誤字があったから回収するって言ってました。
No, we're taking them to Kuzuki senpai. He said he's recalling them because there was a misspelling.
納得。クズキは融通きかないからね。一つ誤字があったぐらいで試験を中止させるやつだった。
I understand. Kuzuki's really stubborn. He's the guy who canceled the whole test just because there was one misspelling in it.
試験って学校の試験をですか？
Huh? You mean the school's exam?
そう。あれは去年の中間試験だったかな。みんながガーッとマークシートを塗りつぶしてる時にやってきてね。誤字があるので正しい問題ではなかった。よって試験は中止。後日改めて行うってあの調子で淡々と言ったのよ。私たちも驚いたけど先生方も驚いてね。今でもあれは語り草よ。
Right. I think it was last year's midterm. He came in while everyone was filling in their names and said in his usual tone that the midterm has a misspelling in it. He said that the question was not correct, so the midterm was to be cancelled and retaken at a later date. We were surprised, but so were the teachers, and they still talk about it to this day.
なんかクズキ先生らしいですね。それ先生、ものを教える立場に間違いは許されないって人ですから。
That's just like Kuzuki sensei. He doesn't think teachers should make any mistakes.
クズキのは度が過ぎてるけどね。さくらもそのうち思い知るわよ。クズキの堅物ぶりったら岩か山かって感じなんだから。
He goes too far, though. You'll realize soon, too. Kuzuki is as stubborn as a rock. Or a mountain.
遠坂先輩、クズキ先生のことが好きなんですね。先輩がそんな風に言うなんて珍しいです。
Hehe. Tosaka senpai, you must really like Kuzuki sensei. It's rare for you to talk about someone like that.
そう？まあ、確かにクズキはもうちょっと柔軟性があればなって思うけど。
Really? Well, I do think he should be more flexible, but... I think that, but I also think he's not that bad in this way. At our school, there's a teacher liked by all students and a teacher feared by all students. The balance between the two works so well that I think Kuzuki sensei is a good disciplinarian. He's the stick and the carrot and stick approach.
まあ、2年になればもっとクズキと顔を合わせるようになるわ。あいつは倫理も受け持ってるし。
Well, you'll get to see more of him once you reach second year. He teaches ethics as well.
そんなことよりさくら、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど、いい？
More importantly, Sakura, is it alright if I ask you something? Huh? What is it, senpai?
昨日の話なんだけど、さくら、見かけない外国人と話してなかった？
It's about yesterday. Were you talking to a strange foreigner?
見てたんですか、先輩。
Oh, you were watching, senpai?
たまたま。それであれ何だったの？知り合い？
Just by chance. So, what was it? Do you know him?
いいえ、それがよくわからない人だったんです。あの人、道に迷ってたみたいでした。いろいろ聞いてくるんだけど、何を言ってるのか聞き取れなくて、
No. Well, he was a strange person, and he seemed to be lost. He asked me lots of things, but I couldn't make out what he was saying, so, so she ran away.
そっか。ごめんなさい。少しだけ気になったから。
I see. Sorry, I was just a bit curious.
いえ、構いません。ここまででいいです、先輩。あとは届けるだけですから。
No, it's alright. Here is fine, senpai. Senpai. I only have to hand these to him now. Senpai, sorry, it's hard to keep up the voice and the terminology sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later then. Voice acting is hard.
Sakura does have a very high voice.
I don't think I can get high enough for Sakura, personally.
It's okay, like Christina V, who plays her in the dub, doesn't try to play her like too high. She's like about a medium, like around with Rin's voice actress, Mela Lee.
I just try to make her reserved and laid back. You know, this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I pass the handouts back to Sakura. As I start to head back to my classroom, I pause.
さくら、最近はどう？
Sakura, how are things?
はい、大丈夫。元気です、私。
Yes, it's okay. I'm doing fine.
そう。シンジがまた何かやったら言いなさい。あいつはどってものを知らないから。黙っていると悪化する一方よ。
I see. Well, if Shinji does something again, tell me. He doesn't know when to stop, so it'll only get worse if you don't say anything.
心配いりませんよ、先輩。兄さん、この頃は優しいんですから。
It's fine. You don't need to worry, senpai. Nissan has been kind recently. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie.
That is a very big lie.
If she says that with such a smile, I can't say anything else. I bid her goodbye once more and turn my back on the familiar Junior.
Sakura's my favorite character, but we won't see why until Heaven's Feel.
The day ends. Wow, we went through 2 days pretty fast.
Yeah, it's on day 3 of the prologue. Most of the and even in the Fate route itself, most of the main shit on day 3 happens at night.
Students leave the classroom and the building gets darker by the second. The sun will set soon. When the red sun sets and night falls, there should be no one left in the school.
That said, I'm gonna be right back. I'll just be 2 minutes.
Do you want me to wait?
No. Keep reading. If I go, just keep reading, unless I explicitly say otherwise.
Okay. Let's begin, Archer. First, we need to check out that boundary field. Once we figure out what kind of boundary field it is, we'll decide whether to eliminate it or leave it. I address my invisible partner. Oh, you have an imaginary friend. Good. Archer must understand as I sense him nodding. A boundary field is something that protects its caster. You could call it a geographical magic in which one knits a line of magic across a land to change the interior. Infinite different effects are possible within a boundary field. There are all sorts of boundary fields, from ones that conceal the area from people's eyes to ones that limit the use of magic within them. The most aggressive of all are those that oppress life forms within them. The boundary field laid out over our school is of that kind. It is not yet complete, but once it is, everyone in the school should fall unconscious. But something like this won't affect me. After all, a boundary field is something targeted not at me, but at the place I am in. Such an indirect magical energy intervention has no effect on magi, who have magical energy throughout their bodies. A weak current floating through the air will only be repelled by a strong current like myself. So this boundary field has a different intention. I don't know what kind of person set up this boundary field, but his intention is not to defeat a master. It's hard to believe, but his target is everyone in this school. There's only one reason to do something like that. Unbelievably, this guy is... I search the school building and emerge onto the rooftop to finish. It's dark outside. It's 8 o'clock now, way past the school closing time, which is 6. The only people still in the school are me and Archer.
これで7つ目か。とりあえずここが起点みたいね。
So, this makes 7. Well, it looks like this is the origin.
And I'm back. What's happened?
Just searching the school for stuff. An 8-stroke mark is openly drawn on the rooftop. This purplish-red character, only visible to Magi, is something I have never seen before, engraved with something unknown.
参ったな。これ私の手には負えない。
Damn it. This isn't something I can handle. The person who set up this bound... What's that?
Basically, they just had to like try and find all the different points of like the boundary field to try and get rid of it for good.
The person who set up this boundary field didn't think about anything. He didn't think, but the boundary field is bound with amazing skill. I can temporarily drain magical energy from this boundary field, but I cannot eliminate the boundary field itself. The boundary field can be reactivated just by having the caster put more magical energy into it again. Archer says nothing. He's been quiet ever since we came out into the rooftop, probably because he too recognizes the power of this boundary field. This boundary field doesn't just drain one's strength. Once activated, it will literally dissolve all the people within it. That's dark, bro. There are boundary fields that drain physical and mental strength from people within them. But the boundary field laid out over this school is on a completely different level. This is a soul eater. It is a blood fort that dissolves people within it and claims the souls that seep out.
Soul Eater? I like that show too.
Since ancient times, souls have been hard to handle. Even though they're believed to exist and are necessary for magic, only one magus has ever understood the soul. Souls are only things to be investigated or things to be moved into containers. It's incomprehensible not merely to suck them out, but also to collect them in a single place. It's because a magus has no use for them, even if one were to collect this unconvertible energy. So if there is a reason, it must be...
アーチャー、あなたたちってそういうもの？
Archer, are you servants this kind of creature? I ask coldly.
ご推察の通りだ。我々は基本的に霊体だと言っただろう。故に食事は第二ないし第三要素となる。
It is as you suspect. I told you we are basically spirits. Therefore, our meals consist of souls and mental constituents. Constituents. Constituents.
君たちが肉を栄養とするように、サーバントは精神と魂を栄養とする。
As you subsist on meat, We subsist on souls and minds.
栄養を取ったところで基本的な能力は変わらないが、取り入れれば取り入れるほどタフになる。つまり魔力の貯蔵量が上がっていくというわけだ。
Our basic abilities do not change from such nourishment, but we do become tougher. In other words, our magical energy capacity increases. Yes. To strengthen your servant, you must attack people indiscriminately.
マスターから提供される魔力だけじゃ足りないってこと？
So, the magical energy the master provides isn't enough.
足りなくはないが、大いに越したことはない。実力が劣る場合、弱点を武士で補うのが戦争だろう。
It's not that, but it doesn't hurt to have more. In war, if you lack strength, you make up for it with supplies, right?
周囲の人間からエネルギーを奪うのは、マスターとしては基本的な戦略だ。そういった意味で言えば、この結界は効率がいい。
It's a basic tactic for a master to steal energy from the people around them. In that regard, this boundary field is very efficient. Are you Thanos? But you know, it was very efficient. You have to admit, it was very efficient.
Oh, I can't wait for phasing forward this week.
Archer is saying that if I want to win, I should kill people and steal their strength. How simple. I already knew that. That's why I think I know which path I'm going to choose.
それ勘に触るわ。二度と口にしないで、アーチャー。
That annoys me. Don't ever mention it again, Archer. I say so while staring at the mark. For some reason, Archer sounds happy as he confidently answers.
同感だ。私も真似をするつもりはない。
I feel the same way. I do not intend to do so either.
さて、それじゃ消そうか。無駄だろうけど、とりあえず邪魔をするぐらいにはなる。
Well, let's erase this. It's meaningless, but it should hinder them a bit.
Yeah, so essentially, you know, one way to strengthen servants is to freaking feed them blood and souls. But, you know, you'd have to be kind of a shitty person to allow your servant to do that.
And, so yeah, when I said they were summoning a demon, I was kind of correct.
You're kinda correct.
Technically correct. I
The
approach the
best
mark.
kind of correct.
The best kind of correct. I approach the mark and extend my left arm. The magic crest on my left arm is the Book of Magic, passed down the Tosca family. I switch on my sense. I push magical energy into my magic crest, read the part that explains the elimination of boundary fields, and now all I have to do is activate it. Abzug Bedinong Mittelstand. Eliminate. Surgical extraction, second section. I touch the surface with my left hand and let my magical energy flow out. This will at least wash the color off this mark, but...
なんだよ、消しちまうのか？もったいねえ。
What, you're going to erase it? What a waste. Suddenly, as if to stop the erasure of the boundary field, a voice echoes over.
Yeah, boy!
I quickly stand up and turn around. Sup? On
It's
top
my
of the
boy.
water. On top of the water tower. In the sky, 10 meters away, a guy is looking down at me. Deep ultramarine that melts into the night. His grin is wild and a bestial smell carries on the wind. The stare of the beast is a cool one. The man in blue looks at me like an old friend, even in this situation.
これ、あなたの仕業？
Is this your doing?
いや、小細工を浪するのは魔術師の役割だ。俺たちはただ命じられたまま戦うのみ。
だろそこの兄さんよ。
No, petty tricks are the Magi's job. We only fight as we are commanded to. Isn't that right, you over there? Casual, but his voice is filled with murderous intent. This guy can see Archer.
やっぱりサーバント。
As I thought, a servant.
そうとも。で、それがわかるお嬢ちゃんは俺の敵ってことでいいのかな。
That's right. Since you can tell, I can consider you as my enemy, right? My spine freezes. A normal, light tone of voice. And it's colder than anything I've ever heard. Scary enough to make me vomit. I can't tell how I should move or what my best course is. But my reason is telling me absolutely not to fight this man right here.
ほう、大したもんだ。何もわからねえようで要点は抑えてやがる。
Wow, that's pretty good. You seem like you don't know anything, but you grasp the important points.
ああ、失敗したなこりゃ。面白がって声をかけるんじゃなかったぜ。
Man, I messed up. I shouldn't have called out to you just for fun. The man raises his arm. It happens in an instant. The arm that held nothing until now now holds a red weapon, 2 meters long. Huh? I jump to the side without thinking. I can't spare the time to consider that I can't jump full force while on a rooftop. I just jump with full force to the side as if trying to smash the fence. A whirlwind brushes past my hair. Barely made it. He rushed me in an eye blink and mercilessly slashed at the space I just occupied.
いい足してるな、お嬢ちゃん。
Heh, you've got some good legs, young lady. The blue whirlwind pursues me. There are no escapes. The fence is behind me. To my sides. No, I won't make it. Es ist klein. My response is fast. I run the magic crest on my left arm and assemble the magic in a single measure. It lightens my body and adjusts gravity. In this instant, my body becomes light as a feather, and I leap. Rin.
分かってる、任せて。
I know, let me handle it. I jump over the fence and fall from the rooftop. The wind and pressure push against my body. 15 meters to the ground, 1.7 seconds until landing. No, that's too slow, he'll catch up.
Fox, Gott ist Atlas.
Fox, Gott ist Atlas.
アーチャー、着地任せた。
Archer, take care of the landing. I let Archer take the impact of the landing and start to run as soon as my feet touch the ground. First, I have to change the location. We have to go somewhere we can move around freely, not a small place like a rooftop. We have to move to a large field with no obstacles, to play to Archer's and my strengths. I run from the rooftop to the school ground in less than 7 seconds. It's more than 100 meters. My speed is so fast that normal people would only see a blur. But that's...
いや、本気でいい足だ。ここで仕留めるのはいささかもったいなさすぎるか。
Man, those are really good legs. It'll be a waste to kill you here. Meaningless against a servant.
アーチャー。
Archer! At the moment I step back, Archer steps in front, taking form. A cloudy night. In Archer's hand is a short sword that reflects the weak moonlight.
へ
Wow. The man crooks his mouth.
え、いいね。そう来なくっちゃ。話が早いやつは嫌いじゃない。
That's good. That's the way to go. I don't mind people who are quick on the uptake. A large whirlwind. That's the weapon swung at me on the rooftop. The blood-red crimson lance that tried to mercilessly slaughter me.
ランサーのサーバント。
Servant. Lancer.
いかにも、そういうあんたのサーバントはセイバー。
That's right. And your servant is Saber.
って感じじゃねえな。何者だ、てめえ。
Or maybe not. Who the hell are you? And with that, I think this is a good place to stop.
Actually, hold on. I actually know a better place to stop. If you keep going, trust me on it. It'll probably take another half an hour.
But
there is
baby,
a better place to stop.
I'm tired. Baby, this is a good place to stop.
Nah, okay. It's not the best place to stop, but okay.
I determined when we stop, and we're stopping here, because I am getting a little bit tired and my butt's starting to hurt, and I need more drink. But with that being said, we are going to save. Save here, because we're going to overwrite this current save. I'm going to put a different comment. Let's see. Lancer v. Archer, Dawn of Justice. Together, we can be justice. Save. Just gonna make sure that it actually did save. Yes. All right, and with that being said, thank you so much for watching. We'll try to go a little bit longer next time, but you know, I am still a little bit in recovery. I don't want to push myself too hard, and I wanted to end on some sort of cliffhanger, and I think this works perfectly. Anyway, I'm Zenith, Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful night. Take care, and just remember, don't steal souls. That's a dick move. Have a good one, everybody.